celebrating Avita's 18th birthday and also Celigen's 16th birthday. So today is everybody's birthday. So ladies and gentlemen, put your biggest round of applause to welcome our VVIP into the hall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's put our hands together to welcome our host for this evening, Platinum Director Veronica Chu.
Thank you, Wendy, and good evening to one and all this over here. My name is Veronica, and I will be your host this evening. But before we start, I would like to do a bit of warm-up. No, one more thing I should not forget. A big hello to our friends in Cambodia. Everyone turn around and wave hello to them. Hi, Cambodia. Thank you for joining us, Cambodia. Okay, so before we start, I'd like you to stand up and go around. I'll give you 3 minutes to do this and say hello to 3 new people in the room. Okay, ready, go. Okay, everyone, take your seats, please. So now that everyone's warmed up both physically and meeting everyone. Okay, welcome once again to our very important blue talk on Blue Ocean. What is Blue Ocean? Do you all know what Blue Ocean means? Then I will leave it to our esteemed speaker to tell you all about the Blue Ocean of TCM. Okay, he was a SAF scholar, okay, Army guy. He is an engineer, electronics engineer by training. And then, Army guy, engineer, very straight in thinking, very logical. So you ask, wow, how come he's here in the Blue Ocean? Yeah. So when he came here, he saw, he liked, and then he decided to do. And now he has brought this idea of the Blue Ocean to thousands of people worldwide. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like you to put your hands together. I'd like you to put your hands together for DP Chong Pheng.
Thank you. A round of applause for Veronica. I was expecting a longer introduction. I was gonna sitting there relaxing myself and trying to breathe. Anyway, welcome everyone to tonight's talk. How many of you are new here? First time in? Really? First time? Wow, okay. So I hope you sharing your time with me will give you some takeaways. If you see what you like, tonight perhaps is a good way for you to learn how to then make an impactful thing on your friend. Okay? And the impact on your friend. How many of you, because tonight's talk is on TCM, so how many of you say, TCM? I think better see doctor better. Huh? So the rest of the conversation, I'm only talking to our two new friends. I'm sure you're here because you love TCM, but a lot of us will do this kind of things. Yeah, okay, so let's.
Asian parents wanting their kids to be doctors. It's weird because it's true, right? I know because my parents were the same way. They just wanted us to be doctors. It's like this obsession. They just wanted us to be doctors. And it's insidious as well. Because when Asian parents want their kids to be doctors, helping people is like on the bottom of the list of reasons. Oh, if it even makes the list of reasons to go into medicine, helping people is like the unfortunate byproduct of becoming a healthcare professional. It's about the money and the prestige, right? It's the money and the prestige. Your children becoming doctors is the quickest way. You can turn it around. Instant credibility, instant respectability, instant money. Right, you flip the clan narrative around, boom. Start from the bottom, now we're here, we doctors. And it's also weird because Asian parents are also the last group of people you can ever convince to see a doctor. Nothing can make my mom see a doctor. There's nothing. My mom could have an arrow going right through her. And she's trying to pull it out like Rambo, right? And you're like, yo, mom, let's go see a doctor. And my mom will be like, no, they just want to take people's money. And you're like, then why do you want your kids to be doctors so badly? Because I want my kids to take other people's money, obviously. The fact that you don't understand that is the reason why you never became a doctor.
Okay, so how many of you have parents like that? How many of you wanted to be a doctor at a young age? Or your parents? Okay, none of you. I see. Okay, how many of you have parents who want you to be a doctor? Today, when you tell them to see doctor, they will say, don't want, I want to do some natural therapy. Correct. By the way, I come from a family with one doctor at home. My older sister is a doctor. And then now from one doctor, now my family has 5 doctors. Why? She has 2 sons who are doctors, and both of them marrying doctors. So we have 5 doctors. Then the thing is, my family already turned around. Why do I need to be a wellness expert here? I'll tell you the story later, okay? So my family of 5 doctors, I'm the only one that's non-doctor, but a wellness professional who goes around preaching about wellness. You'll understand the difference later. And because I was predicting this, I remember Veronica introduced me as an electronics engineer. Yes, my specialty was in IT, C4 communications. So I predicted AI coming and taking over doctors. No, not bluff on. Okay. But at some point, it's going to happen. And now they're talking about doctors, being overtaken by machines to predict 90% accuracy of illnesses. Okay? But then there's a trend. Okay, so if you still want to force your children to be doctors, think again. Maybe better to make them AI expert. But then now people are telling you the AI bubble is growing. Okay, because I think SoftBank just sold out all their NVIDIA shares. Okay. So we talk about Blue Ocean. What's Blue Ocean? Okay. Besides doing this business, I'm also a scuba diving instructor. So Blue Ocean is very, endearing to me. Like 30th of November, I'm going to dive in Philippines. So probably see our Filipino friends. The origin of the Blue Ocean is a book by Dr. Chan. And he wrote what the Blue Ocean is your goal is not to compete with people. It's to basically make competition irrelevant. Go into the Blue Ocean so that otherwise when you go into the Red Ocean, okay, between the Red and the Blue Ocean, the Red Ocean is basically talking about things that already existing in the market. So you compete, it's cutthroat. The competition is to kill competition. Right or not? Because everybody who thinks about, I want to open a cafe. How many of you ever thought of when I start my business, I want to open a cafe? Nobody. Here, no entrepreneurs. Open cafe. So nowadays, when I have young people coming to me and say, I want to open a cafe, the first question I ask is, why Singapore not enough coffee shop, is it? Then your coffee extra good to drink, is it? Or you're going to sell it extra cheap? So when you compete in this, it's very cutthroat. That's why it's red. You jump in there, a lot of corpses inside there, where the whole sea is red. But if you go into the Blue Ocean, you are creating new spaces where you deliver value that only you have created. So you are market mover, you are first in the market, you are creating value that only you can deliver. So there's no competition. At some point, competition will catch up for sure. But when you're a first mover, you always have a first mover advantage. That is why today when I ask you to pass me the toothpaste, you understand. I say, hey, can you pass Colgate or Colgate? Right? Can you pass me the Kleenex? Correct? So one day we hope the name Meridian 101 will become a household name. It can do a Meridian 101 on me or not. I'm very tired. Okay. Something like that. Why TCM? Okay, for those who are uninitiated, this is not a voodoo doll. Okay, this is not a voodoo doll. This is the doll where they practice the TCM meridians. Okay, so the name, what we have here is we call essentially Meridian, but building that you have here is Avita. And I'll explain the relationship later. It's a symbiotic relationship that we have. Okay, and TCM, why TCM? Because there is a global traditional Chinese medicine market that's growing. It's been growing since 2014, 2015. Okay, it's growing very fast. The CAGR, those who know, accounts 5.1%, is very high. I think the global economy is probably about 2 point something, maybe less. And it's growing so rapidly. It's taking up like almost 50 billion. And Singapore is no different. Every time Singapore is in a very fantastic position. Why? We are English educated. So in the past, when I love what Wendy's always say, she ang mo po, right? Speaks English, tell her something in Chinese. When she tried to explain something to people in Chinese, then we tell her, no, I think you say in English. So when I introduced her to this, essentially Meridian 101, she was so happy. She grabbed it immediately because now she can learn TCM in English. Now, so Singapore is in a good position because we are highly English educated, but we have deep roots in Chinese. Okay? In fact, the whole trend is not just TCM. There's also a whole bunch of traditional therapy, like traditional medicine, like Ayurvedic and all that, that's in the market here. And that's why yoga, Ayurvedic, even spa and all that, very, very popular in Singapore, correct? And now everybody is talking about all this news, is all 2025 one. Okay? So MOH now is studying how to incorporate all this into our system. How many of you have gone to like SGH or any of the hospitals that actually put you on the TCM regime? No? What would you say if they ask you to go to a TCM doctor in the hospital and all that? No, why? We're not sure whether it's going to work. What about our new friend here? If somebody recommends that you go to TCM, what will you be thinking? Anyway, come, join us. We're just at the beginning, don't worry. Now, whether you like it or not, Singapore is incorporating TCM in a very, very big way. So now even Tan Tock Seng and all that, they train TCM students. So you have things like that. So now there's a big rush, right? There are people doing TCM courses in the university. Parents are now saying that because there's a big group, especially the younger people. Funnily, it's the younger people. They are lapping it all up. They want natural therapy. They want a clean label. They don't want to take so much chemical drugs. They want all natural therapy. So the young people are driving this, and a lot of young people are going into TCM. Okay, young parents are this one. If you look at this, so the kind of impact that we can make to people once we know how to use this is very, very important. There are so many clinics nowadays. Okay, even a chain clinic that offers TCM. So if that's the case, shouldn't we all now use our skills future to go and study to be TCM physician? Yes, why no? Wendy will fail, but no, nowadays I think in NUS and not they teach it in English. But this is a good piece of article, right? This young lady going there, but what happened to her? When she first joined, starting salary 2005. How much do they get for AI? Someone who studied computer and all that. A lot, I've heard someone as high as $8,000. Yeah, that's low. Yes, how much? From here, the insider news say a new graduate with all this AI expertise, 15,000. Yeah, there's a HR headhunter over there. Okay. So what you do is, so if we become TCM physician, then we all just sit in the office. Then I won't be talking to all of you. I'll be sitting in my office waiting for more patients to come and see me. And then TCM now, I can take MC, but when do people always come and see you to take MC? They come on a weekend. They want to take MC for Monday, They come after work so that tomorrow don't need to go to work. Tonight I can go drinking, right? So work extra hours. To earn extra money, you work extra hours. And the funny thing is, unlike Western medicine, why is Western medicine more expensive than TCM? Anybody knows? Have you ever gone for acupuncture that costs you $35,000 per time? But a cancer treatment can cost $35,000 per treatment, yeah? Why? Because in Western medicine, there's always, first you are a houseman, then you become a registrar, then you become MO, then you become specialist. There are steps to go up, If all of us become TCM physician today, all of us are competing with each other because we all sit down there, we are all TCM physician. There's one TCM physician here actually, but she's outside looking after Cambodia. And she actually joined us. I think she saw the potential. And so the commentary is that if you want to compete, TCM by itself is a growing market, but it is also, in my opinion, a red sea, red ocean, right? Because how many TCM physicians? In fact, there was a time where I went to Surabaya. And then Surabaya is because the ancient Chinese came down to Sandakan and that area. And then TCM was very, very popular in Surabaya. But after a while, because there were illegals coming in, running all these TCM places illegally, and then suddenly it becomes a taboo. And then suddenly the whole thing just flip around and people don't believe in TCM anymore. So you have to find an innovative way of reaching out to the masses of people that you want to help. Okay? Then there's another trend that's going on. This is China. For the millennials, health is wealth. And then they are incorporating TCM into TCM flavored coffee. Very innovative, right? Right now, how many of you would think if I had an idea like that, I would have probably made a lot of money? Okay, don't worry, you are at the right place. We can make TCM flavored tea, right? Like Huoxiang tea or something. No, not that way. But the other trend that's driving this whole thing is from acute treatment of sickness to healthcare. Sick care to healthcare. My sister is the one the doctor always tell in 2016 or something. She went to Jakarta and she was talking. We were addressing a group of Indonesians about wellness and all that. We were introducing to them some intelligence and what we have for preventive care. And there was a time where she said, actually, for 20 over years, almost 30 years, all I've been doing is sick care. I was never in healthcare. If you want healthcare, you should talk to the people that my brother is hanging around with. Okay? We are in healthcare. And there's a big transition, yeah. And one of the things that's very telling is this high cost and poor health outcomes. Why? Because if a lot of money is spent on after you get sick, then that money is very, very expensive. Whereas if you do a regular regime of trying to not get sick, it makes a lot more sense, correct? Yes? But how many of you actually do that? I think, how many of you are drivers? Put up hand. How many of you spend more money on your car than on yourself? Or tell your family that you need to do healthcare? Do you spend money to invest in your health? You do? Huh? Insurance. Sorry, yeah. Being prepared to be sick is different from investing in health. Prepared to be sick is almost saying that if I'm driving a car, I say don't care lah, never mind lah, because I'm a member of AA. What breakdown? Then I call them to come and tow for free lah. No, nobody will ever say drive the car to break down, then I get the towing service to come. But for your health, never mind lah, I sick already, got insurance, I go and see doctor. How many of us think of that way? Exactly. I can see the light, the ding dong, ding dong, ding. So we can do a whole paradigm shift, right? In this. So what Meridian 101 did is we go into the blue of the blue in the TCM Blue Ocean. How we do that is we bring the thing from sick care, because none of us can do that. We bring it into prevention for the not sick. And this actually goes with the principle of TCM. If you go into the Yellow Emperor's medical journal, 黄帝内经, yeah, they will tell you that the top doctors will heal you before you even get sick. The medium doctors will see signs of you getting sick and treat you there. The lower level doctors will treat you after you get sick. Okay? Those who know Chinese, you will know it in Chinese. So, but to spare those who don't know Chinese, yeah, I think that should suffice. So how do you get to the not yet sick? And that's where we collaborate with Avita, because Avita provides a platform for us to do preventive wellness, anti-aging solution. Okay, founded in 2007. Okay, Avita has done a lot of things, you know, and if you want to know more, you see I put these pictures of the showroom here, right? You want to know more about Avita, please ask your friend who invited you to bring you on an orientation of the showroom to understand more about Avita, how we were principal sponsor for NDP in 2007 and 2008, how coming tomorrow we are all going to Marina Bay walk to celebrate our donation to the Business Times Budding Artists Fund, because we raised $22,000 for them. So we're going to have one big Christmas tree that says Avita. So those who are interested, please come along, yeah? Okay, and what else we have done to go around the world? Now we are in 10 countries. So all these things you can get your friends to introduce you as you walk around Avita. And from a set of oils, those who are, just now we were talking about ambassador course, what TCM and all that. So there's a big group of us here who are actually in the middle of a course called the Ambassador Mastery course. And the Ambassador Mastery course, basically these people initially started by falling in love with this set of oils, correct? The oils show you some miracles, you had some wow, and then suddenly you pursue more. Okay, but besides this, if you want to know the rest of Avita's products that will help you with anti-aging and all that, there is one big showcase at the end of the room over there. So get your friends to bring you there to introduce you to all the products that we have. Okay, but let's go back to TCM. So Avita is a platform for wellness entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs in a lot of ways, right? Whether how you spend your time, how you impact people's life, how you take care of your family and loved ones. Okay, about impacting people's life, actually, I was quite sad about like last week, because there was a friend that I know, and suddenly on her Facebook, she put her husband passed away. So I thought cancer. So I contacted. The husband actually passed away in shower. By the time they found him, he was already dead for more than 2 hours. And this man I know, because he was the one who got very good results from Salagen for his back injury in 3 days. And then he gave me a very nice video report. And when I asked the wife about how he suddenly passed away, the wife gave me the whole history, how he was working very hard for the company until his neck was swollen, his back was always painful. And he fought so hard to get 5 weeks sabbatical leave. And they noticed that during the 5 week sabbatical leave, he went back to his home in JB and he was okay. The moment he came back, he only came back from his sabbatical leave less than a month. And then he felt that his pain all started coming back. He went to see a doctor, but trying to be too smart, right? He told the doctor, oh, because I didn't sleep well, so I think I must have sprained my neck. So the doctor, given that information, did the test for his strength and all that, gave him painkillers and say, go back. 3 days later, he died in the shower. And that, those who know, what do you think causes that? Stress. So the first thing when I went to the wake, I didn't want to rub salt into the wound, but the wife herself, who was a good friend of mine, said, I should have contacted you. I forgot all about that. I might have helped, I might not have. And if I have, nobody would know, right? Because cannot be like, we go back. And that's what preventive care is about. Preventive care is very hard, but it's okay. I'm okay not to have people thanking me as long as the person doesn't die. If the person doesn't die, they wouldn't know. I don't care whether God knows or not, but yeah. So the thing is, when you learn about things like that, the willingness to go out there to share can impact a lot of lives. Actually, I feel very upset with myself because last year I kind of contacted him and he said, yeah, very soon I'll have to come and see you about trying to change job or change career or whatever. And then I said, yeah. So he said, yeah, but now I have no time. Let's wait until I have time. I think now he has all the time in the world, but I have not yet my time to go and talk to him. Okay. So how you write this is through our Meridian 101 movement. We talk about DIY acupressure and Kwasa with the Avita herbal essential oils. So how many of you have experienced Kwasa before? You have, not painful. Ah. So you're very okay with all the Kwasa and all that. Okay, we have a candidate here. Okay. It's a bit painful. Okay. Christine will do one for you that's totally no pain. So I embrace this preventive care thing because really it took me some very hard lessons before I even started to take care of my health. I wasn't like this before. Okay, I used to drink practically every night. And I used to smoke 2 packets of cigarette a day until I was 50 years old, from 20 years old to 50 years old. Okay? But it took me some really, really hard lessons. One is my mom, one is my best friend, to finally realize that I think whatever the case is, whether it's really going to work or not, okay, I did my best to prevent. And that's why for the vision that Meridian 101 has is every family enjoy good health the natural way. We know what the chemicals can do to our body. And you can take the chemicals and then you can do supplementation. It's okay. And what we do is we promote easy to learn Meridian therapy. So we've moved ourselves from the TCM physician sitting in the clinic to now coming out to the open. So now I'm talking to so many of you. It's not one-to-one. I'm here, I'm sick, please help me. No, I'm talking to you and say, please don't get sick. Okay? I'll show you something that's very interesting. Okay, they're saying that TCM is now taking root in Africa. And these are all pretty new reports. Okay, I'll show you something about Africa. Yeah, even this lady is from, I think, Johannesburg, and she's learning acupuncture. Okay. Noise, volume.
Hi, my name is Alvin Yong. I come from Singapore. I am the founder of Essentially Meridian. And it's a wellness educational outfit. And we focus on teaching people how to take care of themselves using the Meridian 101 therapy, which is anchored and based on 3,500 years old of traditional Chinese medicine. And with the invention of this oil from avita, we are able to use Kwasat method, and we use a traditional acupressure massage and applying this oil to help people to prevent illnesses.
We have trained the first Meridian 101 ambassador team in Kenya, headed by Dominic. And Dominic and his team here will make a lot of difference to the people's wellness and health in Kenya and Africa. So let me hand over proudly to Dominic.
Okay, this is Meridian 101 group in Africa, the first ambassadors to be trained. We would like to appreciate the Singapore friends and Alvin for things that he has done to us, giving us the energy bottles, the Avita essential herbal oil to all of us. It's a benefit to the society and to the children's garden home. So the oils are of good benefit since they help in detoxification. So we are very glad for the thing that has been brought to this school. and we really appreciate and welcome you all to this new project that has been launched in Children's Garden Home and School. Thank you.
So tonight you're not coming here to listen about, have to join us in the business, come and learn and buy some products from us and all that. Tonight I'm asking you all to evaluate this and see where it fits in your life. What is it that you want to do? Okay, we are happy to also report that recently we just sent a new batch of oils to the children in Kenya. They are in an orphanage. The report that we have was prior to COVID-19, we also sent a batch of oils to them. And then they ended up helping their community there. And they were saying that they save a lot of money from medical bills because the oils were helping them. So it doesn't matter. And of course, for us to be able to send the oils, all the generous contribution from people here, we need to have wellness in our wealth. Yeah. Not just taking care of our health. We need to take care of our wealth. We need to have the money to be able to contribute and do good, right? So tonight it's not about coming here, join me for the business, come for buy something and all that. Tonight is happen to realize that there's this whole movement that's going on, okay, that I like to call the bluest part of the TCM Blue Ocean, and see where you fit in and what you want to do with us. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of very smart people here that can craft a lot of things that will make things happen. So with one set of oils, with a bit of intelligence, what we do is, well, we say instead of selling the oils, yeah, tonight go and buy oils. We say, no, I think the oils are very precious. Let's bring more value into the market. So what we did is, some very smart people, not me, okay, took this very complicated TCM concept and made them into 5 very simple workshops. And from there, we have actually shrunk it down to 2 workshops. And the continuous education system goes into the Ambassador Mastery course. Okay, I'm going to count. How many of you on Ambassador Mastery course now? Put up your hand straighter and higher lah. Okay, so these are the people that the babies that are going to be born. We have no birth control. With just that alone, we can do a lot of activities. Okay, we go to corporate workshops, we give talks, even during bad times, we were on Zoom. Okay, this is me at Yonglulin School of Medicine. We're even teaching medical students, how to relax and get better. And then not just that, we also started to go overseas and make it a global franchise with one simple set of oils. Okay, that's so precious to all of us. Is that wonderful? So a big round of applause to the people who did this very complicated things. So how do you do this? You do this simply by sharing your TCM wellness knowledge and skills. I'm so glad Mr. Yo is here. See, I didn't tell him by tonight. Thanks for supporting. Can you please stand up, Mr. Yo? Yeah, there you see him. Yeah, sharing his, doesn't matter. May I know how old you are? 71. Yeah. Do you need money?
No need.
Yeah. But tomorrow he's the one that's also organizing the walk to the cherry tree and all that. You'll see our wonderful tree. And then you service happy customers, be nice to them, they enjoy it. And then you franchise the opportunity and build your network. Right? So you franchise the opportunity out, build a network, then you can do about whether you want to go and share with people about health, you want to impact your family so that when your child in the middle of the night gets a fever, you don't have to quickly rush to the hospital and all that. Or you want to make this like me as a full-timer to build this as a business. Like right now I have about 2,000 people in my network, right? So up to you. The ingenuity of one set of oil. And only 2 things you need to learn, right? To learn an ancient wellness art in 22 hours, 28 hours. Good or not? 28 hours only. The first 6 hours you spend with us on our workshop. Okay, the workshop, we will kuasa you until you turn very red. Very painful. No pain. How many of you, okay, how many of you before you met us were very afraid of kuasa? Noah, bluff Mr. Yo. Then now Mr. Yo is happily going around kwasaing people, yeah. Okay. And then the second course you have to go through, also very tough course, got exam and everything, but so far nobody has failed. But if you look at them, the latest group of people, who are these? May I have all these people who are there on the stage, please stand up. Can you all please stand up, please? CC. No, it's okay. No, no need. A round of applause. It's the courage of going up on the stage. Okay, so you'll come here for 22 hours, okay, on 2 Saturdays, and then on Tuesday night and tonight, Thursday night, 22 hours, where you'll grind and squeeze. No, we don't. See, they're also happy, right? Will you forced to come? Cannot say yes. And just with these 2 steps, the workshops and the ambassador course, we've gone on to this big global franchise that's in 18 years has gone to all these countries. In fact, plus more, there's some sporadic one even in Finland, in the US and all that. Okay. And how do we do that? There's Meridian 101 all over the place. As long as you are trained and you're experienced, and then we train you to be a speaker, you can take this anywhere. Just one bag and a computer, you can go and teach people how to take care of their health, how not to be so stressed until, die in the shower and all that. Yeah. And the other part of the global franchise is training like-minded people on the next level to become speakers, to become trainers, to become trainers of trainers. So this is the global franchise that we're talking about. And when we do all that, we start to build pipelines. What are pipelines? Pipelines means whether you are there or not, things are flowing because they are doing the things themselves. So my upline is Alvin. Alvin is not here. He was the one that was in the video just now. Yeah, he taught the African kids, but he also taught me. And now I'm here giving the talk. And then I, of course, have Wendy. Okay. But what about the pipelines? Let's have a listen.
Let me tell you a story of 2 friends, Pablo and Bruno. Pablo and Bruno were young and ambitious. They dreamt of having their own house, a family, and living their life in wealth and peace. So they got jobs, carrying buckets of water from the river to the village fountain. They were ecstatic. The job paid well, and now they had a way of making their dreams come true. But even though they were young and buff, the river was far and the work was tiring. Bruno said to Pablo, "Dude, don't worry about it. We'll get used to the pain. Plus, one day we'll be able to buy whatever we want." But Pablo didn't agree. There had to be a better way. Pablo told Bruno about an idea of transporting water from the river without breaking their backs or wasting their time. It would be hard at first, but it would pay off in the end. Bruno laughed.
"That would take months, years. Ain't nobody got time for that."
And so months went by and Pablo continued to work on his pipeline. Bruno and his friends laughed at Pablo. Bruno bought new clothes, dinners, and even a new donkey for his wife. So every day Bruno trudged out to the river, and every day the bucket seemed heavy. Pablo worked on the pipeline, and every day the village became closer. And after much time and dedication, Pablo had finished his pipeline and now was able to give water to the village without any effort at all. The villagers lined up and cheered Pablo for his work. What a hero, this guy.
"I like water!"
Bruno is older and bearded now, and the heavy buckets have taken their toll. He can't carry as many buckets of water anymore. He was out of a job. Pablo, on the other hand, was now rich and successful. He now had a continuous stream of income and had plenty of time to spend with his family and doing the things he loved. He told his friend Bruno that he had planned on building more pipelines and offered to help build Bruno one of his own. Eventually, Bruno built his own pipeline, and they were both able to stop working and spend the rest of their lives with the friendship and the pipelines they had built. Pablo and Bruno secured a river of cash. Now you have to ask yourself, how long are you going to work a 9-to-5 job? How much longer can you settle for 5 days off a year? Are you a bucket carrier or pipeline builder? We're building a pipeline. Come build it with us.
Okay. So, MC with the mic ready, yeah? Any lesson learned from anyone about this pipeline? No? Yeah. When I was preparing for this talk, this thing so clearly reminded me of my friend that I sent away last week. Yeah. So what was Bruno doing? Bruno was selling his time, right? That's the only thing that you really have on your own, actually. You can sell your skill, you can sell your time, and more, he sold his health for the money. Agree? And how many hours do you have a day? Do I have more? But I have 2,000 people. Yeah, so I have more. Yeah, so what happens when you cannot exchange this anymore? What happens if your health doesn't allow you to do this anymore? What about your age? Retirement age come already, cannot do anymore. Yeah. What did Pablo do? Anybody want to try one? At least one? What did Pablo do? He used some of his time to build pipeline. How many of you favorite thing when somebody invite you to something is no time? All down, they're not put up hand. But those who say no time one didn't come tonight. Like Nick invited 5 people, all didn't come because no time. Correct? Okay, so tonight you can go back there and tell them how to have time, okay? So what Pablo did was, yeah, besides working, everybody needs an income, needs money. But can you use some of your time to build your pipeline? I know many of us here are doing that. Okay, Chong, just before she retired, right? She started building her pipeline here. And then this year alone, how many PDs did you have? 2. Yeah, Lin Sin and then Arena. Yes? So those who are still working, seriously consider how you want to build your pipeline. Don't just say, wait until I retire. Because the pipeline increase your working time. So if you can build a pipeline fast enough and you're still working and you get a side income, good or good? Good, huh? So that's my sister who's a doctor. She sold her practice. She is now working locum, which is like part-time as a doctor. And while she was doing that, and she was here also, she actually developed a little pipeline. And what she said is, well, actually, this is very good because the money that I get from Avita, I actually use it to support all the donations that I'm doing. So I don't have to take money out from my own pocket. Is that okay? So if you ever have a heart to say you want to help people, please have more than enough money for yourself. Then you need to have more than enough time for yourself. These are the 2 commodities that are very important to you. So put in the initial effort. You can even go out there and help people. And by helping people build their pipelines, you are helping yourself because the pipe doesn't stop. And it can be very impactful and meaningful. If you have more time to go out there to help people, if you know something about preventive care, if you know something about how to use Meridian 101 to help someone who's now suffering from stress. Okay, these are the kind of impact that you can do to someone with the time in your hands. If you have no time, you can't help anybody. And for those who like to say no time, next time show them this. You can take a photo. Okay? 1 week, 168 hours. Everything catered for, you still have 37 hours, enough time to pursue your dream. How many of you use up the 37 hours watching K-drama? Or don't know doing what? If you don't have a goal and you just spend your days like that, the 37 hours disappear without you knowing why. So starting tomorrow, try to account for how you're spending your time, okay? So here I want to demonstrate some of us who have, built a pipeline. Let me find P. Alvin, could I have you? Yeah, this is the man that was talking to you all just now. Can you give him a big round of applause? He's the one who, with one simple set of oil, created this population explosion. Okay, so could you just stand there? Yeah, because otherwise no space. Your group very big. Okay, so PA Joey, where are you? What is he doing outside? Could you somebody get him in, please? Or the pipeline go outside already. Okay, never mind. Hang Piao. Who else we gonna call upon? Can somebody pass? Yeah, okay, I'll come up in a while. No, the what cannot hear? Zoom cannot hear. Oh. Yeah.
So my direct pipelines, we have Veronica here. We have Chong, of course. Yeah. And then Hang Piao, Kit, Charlene. Please come forward. Then where's Joey? Joey is outside, right? Yeah. Okay, I think that's it.
Okay, so mine.
Yeah.
You want to call yours first or okay, DP, I call mine first. I have DP Wendy. I have PD Margaret. Margaret sent here. Margaret needs more protection. Okay, let me see who else directly. Okay, now you DP you. Oh.
Okay, second generation from here. Where's Patrick?
Patrick.
Patrick, yeah.
Oh, come. Nifty.
Mine is sitting outside. Computer. Jermaine is handling the computer outside.
Nick.
Quick.
Okay. So Jermaine goes on to definitely goes on to looks. I'll invite reset up. Reset will be down.
Well, Ration represent 5 generations.
Yeah, represent 5 generations.
Okay, I think after me is Cheng. Okay, Cheng. Then I have Michelle. Okay. Wait first. You hear first? Yeah. Michelle, live. You don't
Michelle don't look so shocked. You don't know your applying flu, is it?
Mr. Yo?
Mr. Yo.
Yeah. Lai. Oh, my
Also apply, get ready. You know who you are.
children. Okay, so under Mr. Yo is Mrs. Yo. Hey, clap lah. Your turn will come, I tell you. Then under Michelle is Matthew. Come. Yeah, next line. Then under Cheng is Chong Eng.
Yay.
Peggy, Kelly. Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot your father. Sorry. He's gonna kill me. Okay. Anthony Sim, Captain Sim, come. Shows that you must come more often than Peggy. Then I can remember you. Okay. Okay. Wait, slowly. Now under Captain Sim is Peggy.
You all can go on the lower stage one. At that stage is okay if you all need space here.
Wait, Kwabo. Okay. Wait. Under Chong Eng is Lin Sin. Hey, clap lah. Hello.
So after Wendy finishes hers, then I'll invite one person to come up at the top of the heap one.
Okay, under Lindsay is Eileen. Eileen and Chloe. Eileen, Chloe are sideline. Forward, forward. The side. Cannot come to grandmother. Of course, Casey, I never forget you lah. Okay, Casey is Dala or Jolina. Come. You quite senior, okay? Though you are new. You are, Jolina, so you should be here. Here. Your generation quite high leh.
Really?
Yeah, really, okay. Then.
Okay, I shall let P.A. Alvin call.
Right. Okay, I'll be forming another organic line here. We have Joey, and Joey will have Vivian come. Yeah. Vivian, you want any of your team here?
There's Julie also. Julie.
Julie, yeah. And then we have under Joey, there's another line of Xiu Ling. And then Xiu Ling has Jennifer. And who else? Jennifer and also May. May also. Right. Next will be calling my upline. Upline. And then my upline will invite Pauline's group to come up. Okay. PA Josephine, come.
The lady with like 10,000 people, 20,000 in her network.
Okay, so 我要怎样讲啊 So here got Pauline. So Pauline here got Christine, right? Yeah, then you announce your people. We have too many people, cannot remember.
Okay, I have Natalie, and then Sui Cook. These are my next generation. And okay, Evelyn is not here. Okay, you. I will have Evelyn, and after Evelyn will be Chunai. Right, Chunai, would you come out? Then after that, you announce your generations.
Okay, the Sun sisters, we call ourselves the Sun sisters. My two sisters there, May and Wei Ling, come. Yes, after that, I have Yvonne.
Then on my here still got Christy. Her network in Philippines. Okay, who else? Mina? Then how about the handsome guy? Mr. Chan. You choose who you want to follow, right? 你看谁顺眼就跟他吧。All right, okay, so who?
Okay, so there are no strangers in the house. Okay, all say cheese, one. Sees Zoom as well.
Thank you, 谢谢。
Thank you. Thank you very much. If you could get back to your seat.
New pattern.
So I want to ask, how was that feeling? How was that feeling like? How was that feeling, Casey?
Fantastic. What a family.
So fantastic. What a family. So Mina, are you ready to be part of family?
Family, yeah, we'll go in. Yeah.
Okay, so this real pipelines. This is real. This is not just one cartoon that we show you. Okay, and the thing is, if you see how you grow, like I said tonight, it's not asking you to, buy things from me or go and do a business and all that. So there's the whole thing that I talked about just now. Okay, TCM Blue Ocean. Why? Because there's a rise in chronic diseases, and now everywhere around the world they are talking about prevention. And there's a big shift towards people want holistic naturopathy, all sorts of natural thing. Boy, okay, really seriously, 有的没的, okay, real or fake. People are going towards those. But look at the importance of history. We've been around for 18 years and we are growing and growing to a lot of countries. So preventive wellness is becoming a very, very big thing. And preventive wellness is such that I don't have to wait for you to be sick. I can talk to anyone, because how many of you think you are really healthy? Nobody, because after I say so much, then who put up hand after? Okay, but if you are healthy, but keep it that way. If you think you're healthy, the idea is not to wait until you're unhealthy, you keep it that way. There's a lot of government backing into integrating this TCM and all that, but we are not participant in that. Not yet, okay? But very soon, I think the leadership will start to think of how we can get ourselves integrated into this that will help more people. That's going to the next leap, okay? 18 years, it's not a very long time to be developing something to this scale in the world, okay? And like I say, the young people are now, the funny thing is this, the Western world takes on to all this, wow, that we go to China, learn TCM, there are foreigners. But what about Singaporeans? We are so deeply rooted in Chinese culture and all that. What has happened to us? Right? And like just now, so now if somebody asks you to go for TCM treatment, would you accept it or still don't believe? Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so. Yes. So if your first stop, while you're healthy, if your first stop is here, asking Christine what she can do, what we can do to help you, that may be a good stop to come to first. Okay? But that's a problem. I cannot give you all the solution without a problem. Now, shifting healthcare focus to preventive care is difficult. Yes? Like I say, we all spend more money on our cars, our air condition than our health. Because we always think that health is an expenditure. But then we are all prepared for sickness because we all bought insurance. Right? Is that good? I hope after tonight, you all have some thought-changing moments. I don't know what thought-changing moments you have. We are going to have some time. Like I said, want to get to know more about Avita, please ask your friend to bring you out there to have an orientation of the showroom and everything, and then find out more about how we build our pipelines and all the events that we have. So it's very difficult, and that's why when this was developed 18 years ago, the whole idea is we need more people. And it's very difficult because there's a need for a big dose of education. So how many of you felt that tonight's talk was more like education rather than me trying to sell koyok to you? How many of you felt that this was more like an educational talk? Yeah, so I hope you all go out there and you all can also do the same thing to share with people. And that's why we need all of you. Everyone has got some problems, everyone has got some solutions, everyone has got some intelligence to be out there making an impact in other people's life. So come join us in this Meridian 101 TCM Blue Ocean movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chong, for this very insightful thought. Don't you think you've learned something new today? Yeah. And I think it is something that I also, when I joined the Meridian 101 movement, it also taught me a few things. Looking after my health has always been my priority. I think a few of you knew that I was working with my boss until she died very suddenly. Okay, and then that was a big aha moment for me, like, wow, how? If I drop dead, what happens? So I'm so happy to have learned this, and I would like to encourage you to join us and spread this movement to further parts of the world. Okay, so in saying that, the next slide I'm going to mention about is our next workshop. Okay, it's on the 13th and 14th of December. I'll feel better and look better the last for the year. Okay, so I know it's very close to Christmas, but invite your friends share this with your friends to come and learn how to look after themselves. And then after that, we have our Avita annual gathering. Okay, our year-end party, which is this year, it's the subject is Master Chef. I tell you, Avita, everybody got talent. Everyone has their little, this is the time we showcase our cooking talents. And we're going to have 6 stalls, sorry. And I want you all to bring your friends, invite your friends. Coupons, the coupons are on sale. Okay, they are $30 value in each book of coupons. Until this Saturday, if you buy 4 books of coupon, it's going to cost you only $100. So some savings. After that, in this next week onwards, it's going to cost you $30 per booklet. So go and buy your booklets, buy your coupons, and invite your friends. You can see some of the stalls already advertising what they're going to be cooking, right? So we hope to see you, all of you there. And then on the 20th of November, we're going to have a talk. You know, the subject is when life gives you tangerines. You know the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So the speaker for this talk, Deep Thingy, I always see her, although she's only about 3.5 feet tall, I always see her as a giant in Avita. And I think a lot of you would agree with me that no, she is small person, but big personality, big knowledge, and very generous to share her. She's always very generous to share, but to help you build your business. And this will be via Zoom. So use, click onto the QR code and register. Okay. And last but not least, Soaring Eagle. Okay, this is our very exciting Soaring Eagle up in Port Dickson. See, it's so beautiful up there. And when I attended my first Soaring Eagle, it changed my life. It changed my mindset on a lot of things. It changed my way of learning things as well. And I have never missed a Soaring Eagle ever since, whether it's held in Singapore or it's held overseas. I've always made sure I attend the Soaring Eagle. So I would like to encourage you to bring your friends, okay, to attend the Soaring Eagle. Everyone has to be at least a GA to attend the Soaring Eagle. So encourage your friends to come along. Okay, so that's the last of the slides. And the other thing I would like to have you do is maybe have a little breakout. You have a breakout? No breakout. Oh, okay. So have a good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. And I would like to enjoy, let you have some time outside with your friends. And oh yes, let's take a picture. I think you all stay here, huh? Taken just now, all standing, cannot see. Maybe we have some, you all stay where you are. Okay, and then we have someone from here take a photo. Erickson, can you help us, please? Okay, we're gonna have the Cambodia people, yay! And Pauline is on Zoom as well. Hi, Joel. Who's that? Peach. How to take like that? We got people there, huh? Everyone must stand here, right? Yeah, okay, everybody come up. Okay, sit here and stand at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, the people at the
Hello.
people on Zoom, can you adjust your camera?
And
Maybe
all of
we
you
can
to
see
switch on your Zoom all of you to switch on your camera, please.
Those who can kneel behind. Where's Alvin? Chong Pheng? Yeah, that's better. Okay, everyone. Look at the camera. Wait, hang on a minute. Who else? Joey, Jermaine. Then not so odd. Okay, everybody look at the camera. Thank you. Don't move yet. Don't move yet. Okay, everyone look at the camera. Cambodia people, pay attention. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.